I just bought this brand new house and I don't have homeowner's insurance and I have no idea what to do. Let's go talk to a professional who knows what he's doing.
Hey folks, we're here at, where are we?
Berkshire Hathaway.
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, and we're going to be conducting an interview today, so go ahead and follow me inside. We're joined by Dave here from Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. That's a mouthful. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
My first question for you, Dave, is what is home insurance?
Home insurance is a insurance policy that's designed to protect you from perils, anything that might cause the loss or the destruction of the property.
It's a really thoughtful answer. Where and how would one go about getting home insurance?
Typically, your real estate professional will refer a couple of insurance companies, or you can work with an insurance company that you're already familiar with. There are many home insurance providers, so it's wise to shop around.
Okay. So we're all aware home insurance is not cheap, correct? Would you say that's correct?
Relative to the value of the property, it's affordable in most cases.
Okay. So what are the benefits of having home insurance?
There's benefits both to the homeowner and a lender that might have made a mortgage against that property. If the property were to burn down, that property would have to get built and rebuilt, and the home insurance is designed to rebuild the home for both the mortgage holder and the owner of the property. That's one example. In the case of some damage that's covered by the policy, that also reduces the exposure to major financial loss if in fact something bad were to happen to the property.
What are the downsides to home insurance are?
Well, of course, paying the premium is one downside. Other downsides might be the limitations that are outlined in the policy. And so policies only cover certain types of damage. You want to carefully assess what's required by you and what's required by your lender to make sure your policy fits. We live in an interesting state for insurance because there's a large issue around earthquake insurance. Earthquake insurance, while that seems smart, is actually not purchased by many because the premiums are quite substantial. And in fact, very often the coverage is only for, let's say, 60% replacement cost. So if your $500,000 home goes down in an earthquake, you're still responsible for paying a couple $100,000 to rebuild it out of your own pocket.
Yeah. So one of our last questions is, how much does home insurance cost and what does it cover?
The cost of the premium is directly related to the replacement cost of the property. So a house that's $200,000 has a lower premium than one that has a higher replacement cost. Typically you would expect home insurance premiums to start in the $800 to $1,000 range for 1 year on a low priced home, say around $200,000. And on $1 million house, you might pay in the neighborhood of $3,000 to $4,000 for a year for that house.
Are you allowed to make monthly installments on that, or is it?
You are. There's typically a down payment of let's say 20 or 25% of the cost of the premium, and then you pay monthly on the balance.
Excellent. More questions, but I have one personally. How do you think this interview went?
I thought I did.
This video was brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and Perry Mundy Realty Group. Are you looking to buy or sell a house? Perry and her team have been serving the Inland Empire since 2001, and she is willing to help guide you through the process. Use promo code ECON for 20% off your next purchase. Let's talk about some key terms. Insurance can include a lot of variables, which are factors that can change. It's important to realize what variables you're dealing with in an insurance plan before you subscribe to it. People making minimum wage or somewhere near it are often unable to afford getting insurance. There are tons of companies that sell insurance, so therefore there is monopolistic competition in the market. These companies include, but are not limited to, State Farm, Allstate, Farmers, and Nationwide. The insurance market features plenty of differentiation, which is making a product different from other similar products. In an effort to differentiate themselves, these companies offer different plans of protection. For many insurance companies, it's been tough to adjust to the new technology. The companies have had a hard time deciding what and what not to cover.
Hey folks, we're at Peninsula Park in Lake Arrowhead, California, and we're here to discuss renter's insurance on our newest purchase. Here's my brand new boat. My agent says I need renter's insurance for storing it down in Redlands during the winter. Let's go talk to him.
Who are you and what are you here to talk about?
Hi, this is Dan Whedon. I'm a nationally recognized insurance expert, and today we're going to talk about how renter's insurance works.
Okay, what can you tell me about renter's insurance?
So let me tell you how renter's insurance works and compare it a little bit to homeowner's insurance. As a renter, you don't own the building you live in. Again, whether it's an apartment or a home, you don't own that, so you don't have to insure it. But you do own a whole lot of stuff that's inside of it. It goes from your furniture to the artwork that you have, your clothes, your dishes, everything that's within those walls, whether it's your apartment or the home, you own that.
Next question. Whose responsibility is it to get insurance, and where do I go?
So it's your responsibility to insure it. So what you do is you go to an insurance broker that sells renter's insurance, and you buy a policy just like a homeowner's policy, except it doesn't have the building. So what it does is it covers all of your property and it should be at a replacement cost basis. They're going to buy you new for old if something happens to it. You're going to cover all of those contents. If you have anything specific, like maybe jewelry or silver or collections or antiques, you may want to schedule those separately, just like they do on a homeowner's policy.
Okay, now walk us through a couple scenarios that insurance might cover.
That if somebody trips at your place, falls down, gets hurt after a party, or my favorite, maybe you're hitting a golf ball into somebody's backyard and you damage their home, break their window. Where it comes out of is your personal liability.
Okay, last question. How much does renter's insurance cost?
As far as the cost of renter's insurance, it'll run somewhere between $200 to $400. That's determined by the amount of contents that you have and that you need to insure.
Oh, wait, who are you again?
This has been Dan Whedon. Today we've been talking about renter's insurance. I'll see you next time.
And now a word from our sponsor.
This video was brought to you by Arrowhead Springs Water. Do you not care how your water tastes or where it comes from? Then buy Arrowhead. It's sourced right here from this lake.
We took to the streets of Montreal to see the reaction of people who just bought home insurance for the first time.
That's all stakes, Dan. Are you in good hands?
After we hit the streets of Montreal, we headed north to explore a vacation home of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. This 18,000 square foot property located in Halifax, Nova Scotia is home to over 300 unique articles of furniture. So how is the owner of all this furniture covered? Well, they have renter's insurance, and let me tell you a little bit more about it. A relevant key term for renter's insurance are public disclosure laws. Public disclosure laws are laws requiring companies to provide full information about their products. Insurance companies also have to deal with depreciation. Depreciation is the loss of the value of capital equipment that results from normal wear and tear or a decrease in the value of a currency.
Before buying insurance, it is important to understand the concept of deductibles, which is the amount of expenses that must be paid out of pocket before an insurer will cover any expenses.
When you apply for insurance, you must pay a premium, which is money paid to an insurance company for a policy.
Your insurance is a contract between you and your provider. A contract is a legal binding agreement. And now for some fun facts about insurance.
You can reopen a claim after you receive a check from an insurance company. If your home is damaged by a fire or natural disaster, the homeowner's insurance company will send an adjuster to assess the loss. Typically, claims for damage must be filed within 1 year of the date of the loss. However, rules differ by state.
Homes near fire departments and fire hydrants cost less to insure. To save money, find a home located in a community with a fire department that is deemed highly rated. You may pay lower insurance premiums if you live in such a community.
Your dog may make it harder to buy comprehensive homeowner's insurance. Most homeowners' policies provide coverage if your dog bites someone. The liability portion of your policy typically will protect you for up to $300,000 in damages. However, some insurers refuse to sell to dog owners or owners of specific breeds such as pit bulls and Rottweilers. Others may limit the type of coverage you can purchase.
Your remodeling project may not be covered. Planning to add a new room or other structure to your house? The best time to call your agent is before you begin a renovation or addition. Ask if you will need to update your homeowner's insurance and whether you need other types of insurance to protect you financially during the project. If you fail to do so and the project is damaged, whether before or after it is finished, you may not be covered. In addition, ask all contractors and subcontractors to provide a copy of their own insurance policies, including both the commercial business/general liability policy and the workers' compensation policy.
And listen, guys, let's give a thumbs up as we leave, all right? You ready? Thumbs up. Right on the money.
Okay. You probably can't even see this, can you? Can you see this? Can you see the stairs and stuff?
Yeah.
Ready? I just closed on this brand new house, and I don't have home. One, and her experienced group of agents are willing to guide you through the process of buying. Oh my! Her team have been selling property and in them. Fuck.
They ask you what's the cause and effect. A doobie's packed and they fat, now you